Hi, I'm William I. Robinson, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to prompt AI to get your next fitness routine. Alright, so now that we're ready to prompt AI, here's the information you need. So go ahead and get a notepad and a pen and go ahead and write these down so it will flow when you're prompting AI. First thing it needs to know is how long have you been working out? So have you been working out for a year, 2 years, 3 years? This isn't like you've worked on and off for 3 years. Like, how long have you been working out steady? You know, like if you've been off for 3 years and you've only been working out for 3 months, then you've only been working out for 3 months. Okay, so how long have you been steady? Now, if you've had a couple weeks off here and there, that's out of 2 years, that's not, you've been working out for 2 years. So it needs to know what your baseline is. The second thing is, how long have you been working out on your current routine? So let's say you have a current routine that you're doing. How long have you been doing that? And I'm not talking like what you need to know on your current routine, like if it's the same routine you've been doing but you've just been switching exercises. Like for example, instead of seated row, you do dumbbell rows. Instead of squat rack, you use a Smith machine to squat, or dumbbells to squat. So that's pretty much the same routine, but you just were switching exercises. So how long have you been on the same fitness routine? The next thing it needs to know is, what is your current routine? So give it an outline of what is your current routine. What is your split, like push-pull legs? Do you do legs 2 times a week, then upper body 2 times a week? So what's your split? Do you do single set routines? Is it like you do 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps? Let it know that. Do you do circuit training? Let it know what kind of warm-up you do. Do you go to the gym, you do 5-minute warm-up, then you do some core dynamic mobility, then your routine, and then do 20 minutes cardio? Do you do 3 days of workouts, full bodies, and then 2 days of cardio? So kind of give it an idea of what your current routine looks like, so it can see what phase that it fits into the guidelines and model that we're going to plug it into. This is also right here, this is where you want to give it your goal, what you're trying to achieve. So for example, in this last 3 or 4 months of working out, what have you achieved on the routine you've been doing? So if you've lost 10 pounds, you've gained 5 pounds of muscle, let it know what you've achieved, but also let it know what your goal is. You know, gain muscle or burn fat, let it know right there. The other thing it needs to know is, what is your daily activity level? What is your daily activity level? Like for example, I sit at a desk most of the day, 8 hours a day, so I'm a sedentary lifestyle. So you let it know like, hey, I sit at a desk, I have a sedentary lifestyle. Or if you have a laborious job, because that does play a key role in determining what phase to go on as well. Awesome. And the last thing is, we want to put the guidelines of the National Academy of Sports Medicine and the American College of Sports Medicine guidelines. So that will be the model that we'll be using to periodize our workout. So what is periodization? Periodization is the idea behind how to change someone's routine and where to move their routine. Okay, so like if you've been doing this style of workout and you have this goal, it's what different styles of routines that you go into to keep optimal, to keep reaching your goal. Or if you're already maxed out, how do you downgrade and give your body a rest while still reaching your goal? And that's what periodization is. All right, let's do that. Now that we're about to prompt the AI, I'm using Grok right now, but ChatGPT and other ones work fine. One thing we don't want to forget is the personal information. So that plays a vital role as well. I forgot to say that earlier, but so I'm going to prompt for a client here, and you can make your own personal prompt when you're talking to it. The other thing I want you to know, when you're making conversations with the AI, keep your conversations separate. So this is going to be your workout conversation, chat. So only talk about workouts on this chat. Whatever, if you have workout questions, workout routines, exercise selections, keep it here. Don't mix and match your conversations. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my voice typing. All right, so I would like a workout routine for a 38-year-old male. He's 213 pounds at 26% body fat. He has a total energy expenditure of 3,326. He wants to drop down to 15% body fat. He has an active lifestyle where he works at a distribution center moving boxes and gets a lot of steps in a day. He's over 10,000 steps. He's been working out for the last 7 months and he's been on the same routine for the last 7 months. As far as results wise, he wasn't tracking his weight or anything, but he has noticed a slight change, but nothing too significant. His current routine is he works out 3 days a week at a boot camp place where they do circuit training, and then he works out 4 days on his own where he's going to the gym, doing cardio and individual body parts. He does each body part every day. His workouts last about an hour and a half. So yeah, and then now we want to follow the guidelines of the National Academy of Sports Medicine and the American College of Sports Medicine. I want to give this guy a complete workout routine from warm up, the workout, to the core, flexibility and cardio, so he could drop his body fat to 15% and send. So you can see here that it's recommending phase 2, strength endurance. He's recommending a caloric deficit, but that's on the other video. 7-day phase 2 workout routine, commercial gym, 8-week program. So let's see what it has. So the one thing when you're going through these routines is sometimes it will put together it will put in certain exercises, but this is your time to go in there and you could talk with it and update exercise selections. Or you could just copy and paste it and add in your own ones. Like for example, so this is recommending a Monday, Thursday push, a Tuesday, Friday pull, and then a Wednesday, Saturday legs, and then an active recovery on Sunday. So on each workout, it has a cardio warm-up. Think about it like this. So the reason you want to do a warm-up, the reason why warm-ups are important is think about your muscles moving like a stick of bubble gum. When a piece of bubble gum is cold and you bend it, it snaps. But when it's warm and you bend it, it's pliable. So that's why warming up is important initially. Then you get into the core dynamic part of the routine here, the core dynamic. So what that does is it gets the body more set for the actual workout itself. It gets the central nervous system in line. It gets the muscles more specifically ready. So when you get into your workout, you're ready to hit that workout and it reduces the risk of injury. So then we move into our resistance training. Okay, this is using 5 exercises, 4 sets, a 1 warm-up set with 3 light working sets. So right here, like barbell bench press, if you know, this is a time where if you want to do dumbbell bench press or you want to do plate loaded bench press, this is where you would substitute any of those fancy routines. So a lot of times people go on social media or they find their favorite fitness influencer and they have really good exercises. You could put those exercises in this part and you could substitute your exercise selection. You can also put it in the beginning of when you're prompting it, telling it what certain exercise you want to use, but I would recommend just putting it in later. But if you have any questions or would like to help with editing it, just please feel free to email me, call me, message me, and I'll help you with those prompts and with those adjustments if needed. And then you can see here the HIIT cardio is 15-minute HIIT cardio after the workout routine is recommending 5 minutes steady and then 10-minute HIIT after that, which is HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. So that's like 1 minute as hard as you could go safely. So each person's hard is going to look different, right? So if someone's in shape, they might be able to sprint. Whereas if someone's just getting started, you know, doing fast walking might be their hard. And then you do 1 minute moderate. So basically you're going 1 minute to go, take yourself out of breath, take yourself as high as you can safely, and then you get a minute to recovery, and then you repeat that cycle 5 times. And then when you're done, you want to stretch. Stretching is important because the thing is when you're constantly working out your muscles, you think of your muscles like they cross bridge like this. If you're working them out, they're just getting tighter and tighter, and they're going to set in a tighter position. So at the end of the workout, you want to stretch them so they have a nice neutral position. You want to have nice posture. You want to have nice even balance. You don't want your muscles to keep getting tighter and tighter, because then it will make you have postural deviations, which will always hold you back from having nice aesthetics. Aesthetics is all about having nice balance and posture as you're working out and getting that nice body fat. And then you could go through each workout like this. You could change your core. So if you don't know anything, Google it. You could ask for substitutions and stuff like that. And this is where you start talking with your AI specifically. But yeah, it looks like we set this gentleman a nice 7-day workout routine. And I'm not saying that 7 days a week is the best. It's whatever works for your schedule. This is what this guy, he's a single guy. He's looking at making a big impact. He wants to be more active. So a 7-day a week routine works for him, but he's also has the nutritional meal plan to follow that as well. All right, guys. Okay, so now that we've prompted AI with all the information, we got a routine, you can make your edits. Just trust yourself. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect to get, different results. Trust yourself, trust the system, but more importantly, you got to track yourself. Don't go off of feelings. The only thing that you can trust is data. So go get a bod pod scan, get a DEXA scan, get your numbers, and then see how you're changing. Your routines, you want to stay on them for about 8 to 12 weeks. Don't vary. Stay with them. It's like a science experiment. Stay with it, and then at the end of that program, get another measurement, and then you can see how your body is changing, and then go into another routine. Keep periodizing it so you can become the best version that you can possibly become. All right, guys, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.